Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the number 6 seed in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. And the kick goes out of bounds. How about this for a start? Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. The sure hands. It's Humphreys. They bring him down after a short gain there.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Looking for a gap. It's ETN. Fights off a defender. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
Looking downfield, it's Rashada. Lets it go quickly. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Chris, that ball gets tipped and goes straight up into the air. That's anybody's ball. The defense does a really good job down in this area expecting the pass. The ball's in the air. Ball gets tipped. Keep in mind, the offense or the defense can get underneath that for a play, and the ball hits the ground for an incompletion.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Keeping it on the ground here. Gets some space around the 30. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Football knocked loose in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Oh, man. The rain ended up acting like an extra defender on this last play. The runner seemed like he was holding on to that football so tight for one moment and then watching it slip away the next.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Dropping back. It's Rashada. Short throw complete to the tight end. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on fourth down.
I know the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. So they'll pass up the long field goal attempt and keep the offense on the field for fourth down. And he drops back in the gun. On fourth down, a short toss to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up.
Pick up enough yardage for a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. That's caught. It's Etienne. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown. So they got to bounce back from that right away. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Using his legs here. Powers through. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the 2nd and 3rd option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that 1st down.
It's a quarterback keeper. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
When a linebacker is really the quarterback of the defense on this play, diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. He just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
He bought some time, now lets it go. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. He's swarmed by the defense.
You know, you roll the dice here as a defense when you play man-to-man. The thing is, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback. He's got time, and now he can look at that defense and figure out where is his best one-on-one matchup, and he makes a big play there.
It's 3rd down for the offense.
Georgia, 14, Oklahoma, 0.
Try and muscle for the 1st down. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
How about the big fella coming up with the interception? You don't see that very often.
Offense on the field to take over. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Chris, just a great throw here. Surgical and precise and doing what they need to do to be able to pick up that 1st down and keep this Oklahoma offense on the move.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. And the Sooners will come to the line to run the hurry up. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Burks. Tackle, but 1st down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his 1st down on the 3rd down play. They knew they were going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Well, those counter plays are tough on a defense. Defense has got to be gap sound. You get so caught up in the base concepts, If the offense comes back with a counter play, if you're not sound with your gap to integrity, you can give up a big play.
Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Looking to scramble to his left. And the quarterback finds an open target on the crossing route. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Looking to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Pass midfield. At the 30. Past the 20. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Wow, there's a risky throw here so close to the goal line. This defender makes this interception, Chris. Sometimes you see a guy hesitate. He might think about taking a knee. This guy didn't. It gave him momentum and the speed that he needed to be able to get to the end zone.
He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Trying to create here on the move. Finds the receiver wide open. That is a huge play. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Hawkins. Looking to throw it deep. And it's picked off in the end zone. Look out, he's got some space. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
Pressure, nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
They lose yards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 16. Takes the handoff. It's ETN. Running through the tackle. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the mark. Timeout is called to duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Humphreys. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up 4th down. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. When he's got some space here. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. The QB throws his third hit of the day. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
And it's complete downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Looking for a gap. It's ETN. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Meta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Dogs will kick it deep to begin the second half. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Touchdown, Dogs! Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6 potential game-changing play there.
Yeah, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Automatic on the PAT. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick-6 last time out here. Solid run. They'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down play coming up. Off play action, he's looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. And they pick up the first on the ground. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
The Sooners lining up here on 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. Back to pass. It's Hawkins. Trying to extend the play. He flips it to the back across the middle. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the...
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
This offense has been struggling, still scoreless, but on the move now with a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Inside the 20. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Georgia.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
Lining up to try the extra point. BAT is good, and the lead rose to 35-0.
That makes the score Georgia 35.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start.
And the Oklahoma offense will take over. First and 10.
And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. Oh, the reverse. Running with purpose. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position and were able to stop that reverse in its track.
The loss sets up a 2nd and long from the 20. Back to pass. It's Hawkins. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And he goes down after a solid gain on the play. That's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense.
And that's a 1st down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Ball handed off. The pickup is 6, makes it 3rd down and 4.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a 1st down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd. Limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.